What's going on, you
What's
guys?
up?
Welcome
Hey,
back
what's
to
up?
the Dre Area Sports
Let's
Show.
go Giants.
What's
Go
going
I'm
on?
Giants.
joined by Daniel. I'm joined by Andre the Giant. What's
go.
up?
What's up? Changing
And
it
so
up.
today we're talking Giants baseball. Every episode, we've basically been covering the 49ers. There was some transactions with the Niners that I'm going to get to much later on in the show. But today is going to be mainly about the Giants and how we're excited for the season that starts tomorrow. And that's why the name of this broadcast is The Dawn of, I don't know, I said Opening Day Eve. That's what I said. Because we're here to talk about opening day. I mean, tomorrow's a big day. It's the one game of the year that I would say rivals a playoff game because it's the most exciting, most intense game you're going to get until you get closer to playoff baseball. So I'm really excited for that. Guys, are you excited for the Giants after they've made quite a few transactions to make this team a little bit better? Because early on, they weren't doing much, and I was like, hey, man, these guys, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, late in free agency, they made a flurry of moves that have put them in a different spot. What do you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Dre. What do you got?
Well, I mean, it was a slow process. You're absolutely right. Farhan operates a little bit differently. He's going to take his time. He's going to scope his options. He's going to get the best deal possible. It's going to be usually going to be a short deal. 3 years, 4 years max. He got the job done. I think when it was all said and done, he got this fan base. I think very excited for opening day. When it's all said and done, I'm pretty excited to get this season going. We've got a lot of firepower in the starting rotation. We got a little bit of extra firepower in the lineup, middle through the lineup. Additions like Matt Chapman, Jorge Soler, Jung-Hoo Lee to lead off the batting lineup. So I think we're going to have a lot more playmakers this year. We know what the lineup, what we had with the lineup last year. Got a lot of guys returning, so it's going to be, the same guys we're going to see, but a little bit more firepower, I think, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the pickup of Chapman was really good. I got a chance to see him in Scottsdale making some really nice plays at third base. You can see that Golden Glove, really shine right there. Adding
smooth.
some pop. Yeah, very smooth, natural at that position. Adding Soler, I think, is going to give us some bang in the lineup. I don't think he hit a home run in spring training.
He did not. He did not hit a home run.
However, I don't think that's going to translate to the regular season. He should still be able to deliver for the
he's
for
due
the
obviously
Giants.
day one. Then let's go.
Yeah, and with our starting pitcher, getting Snell, that was a huge signing for the Giants. That can only lead to positive things. Hopefully, everything works out. He stays off the IR or the injured list this year. And
any of our starting pitchers, we're gonna have some guys coming in halfway through the year, kind of bolster that starting rotation. But I mean, you look at Logan Webb and Blake Snell, 1-2, a runner-up for the Cy Young Award and a Cy Young Award winner. That's got to be arguably the best 1-2 punch in the big leagues. And I know we've been rated pretty high by a lot of analysts and everything, and rightfully so. This team's looking to make some noise early on, and if you can stay healthy, what's up, Felix? What's up, my man? If you can stay healthy, it's gonna be a great season. We're gonna turn a lot of heads. We're gonna be competitive in an already competitive NL West.
Yeah, and if Hicks, turns out to have a solid season, then you're looking at three pitchers that are going to contribute to this team, and you haven't seen that in a long time from the Giants.
No, you haven't.
I remember
Madison, big lefty, power lefty with got some nasty movement and a
Gardner,
change-up speeds and stuff. So exactly,
those are kind of like the heyday. Throw in Jonathan Sanchez. He was a good pitcher back then in that rotation. Really hoping that the pitching is there for the Giants. And what I saw and what I've seen so far in spring training is they got pop. They got some bats in the lineup, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
There's a lot of youth bringing more excitement to this team that you haven't seen for a while. It kind of started last year with the elevation of Patrick Bailey. Matos, Elio Ramos. So we're going to get a lot of that youth movement this year too, which is definitely it's a shot in the arm for all the veterans. It's just going to keep them going. It's going to be a lively season. I'm expecting big things from Michael Conforto this year if he can stay healthy. Guys like Mike Yastrzemski, guys that have been here before. So I'm looking forward to it. We finally got somebody in center and Jung-Hoo Lee to hold down the center field position. Hopefully he can stay healthy too, because I'm expecting some stolen bases from him. I'm expecting him to be on base quite frequently. His run score potential at the top of the lineup. A big role in the Giants season this year.
Yeah, I mean, getting a guy like Jung-Hoo Lee, I mean, they gave him 6 years, $125 million or whatnot.
He's going to be a Giant for a while.
But they gave him a huge contract, and there's been talk that like the KBO is the equivalent of like in between AA and high A, or in between AAA and AA. So the level of talent that he's gone against is fairly limited compared to what he's going against in Major League Baseball. But I think the guy has the right tools to be an effective player, especially at the leadoff position. I haven't seen enough of him defensively to see how good he's going to be in center field compared to maybe guys who have been out there in the past, who are defensive guys. But his ability to get on base is what I'm more excited about, and I'm hoping that he can continue to do so as the season rolls on. Now, we talked about Jorge Soler. Soler does not have a home run this spring training. But the guy's huge. It's not like he's not going to hit a home run.
Yeah, I'm expecting 20 to 30 from that guy. At least he's capable. He's been averaging that the last 3 or 4 seasons.
I think at the very minimum, you're going to get at least 30 to 31 home runs out of Soler. The thing that bothers me, I should say bothers me, the things that worries me the most about this Giants roster is that the guys they got in, Matt Chapman, Jorge Soler, they're not guys that hit for a high average, especially in the past few years. Yeah. So we might have a team in which you got those two along with what's the left fielder's name? I'm blanked right now. You said his name earlier from the Mets, Conforto. Conforto, Yastrzemski, all these guys. They're not high batting average guys, so that's something that could kind of plague them as the season goes on. But
it's a long season. They're going to hit their slumps every now and then. But the depth has increased, which hopefully can translate into when guys have their off days. You have some guy kind of heating up in response to that. So I think there's just a little bit more to play with this season than there was last year. You have these guys stopping, falling off the wayside middle season, and there's nobody to back up. There's nobody to to replace them or to substitute for them. So I think there's just a little bit more to play with this season. But you're absolutely right. These guys, a lot of guys on our squad have annually do not hit for a high average. They tend to hit some mid-season slumps, end of season slumps. So you hope that there's enough depth there to kind of make up for that.
Well, and really, you look at his stats last season. Matt Chapman hit 240 with 17 home runs and 54 RBIs. Now, obviously, on the Giants, 17 home runs that's a premium. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's great. But still,
he was on an absolutely loaded lineup, so he didn't really have to be the man.
He was valued more.
You may see his urgency a little bit more. You may see him, do things a little bit differently this season. They're expecting him to be a leader on this squad. So
hopefully he has a little patience. Doesn't strike out as much.
If you look at his past seasons before that, his batting average dipped from 229 to 210, 232. He's never been a high batting average guy. Even 278. That's pretty good. But when you look at his offensive production when he was hitting on those last few years, you're looking at 27 home runs, 10. He was hurt that year with the A's. His big season, 36 home runs and 91 RBIs. Now, I don't know if we're going to get that out of him, but I think we can easily get a 27 home run, even 72 RBI year or 76 RBI year.
Even that would be huge for a Giant.
His strikeouts is pretty high at 202, but defensively, this guy will shut it down at third base, at the hot corner. So
that's what keeps him in the everyday. That's what keeps him in the daily lineup. That's what keeps him there every day. Pretty much, it's that defense that he brings.
And if you look at his
caliber of player he is.
his spring training numbers. He batted 267 in spring training, had 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 30 at bats. So his batting average is right around where he is. It's a little higher, this spring training, but he had pop already.
Yeah, that's a good
sign.
2 homers. That's good to see.
Yeah,
they sign these guys to like essentially like 1-year contracts, which makes it easier for them to say I'm going to stick around or I'm not. But the thing I like about the contracts that they sign for these guys is that all these guys have opt-outs after like 1 year. I think Soler's actually might be a 2-year deal. No, he signed a 3-year deal, I want to say.
Yeah,
I'd have to look it up. But with Chapman and with Blake Snell, they both have options every single year. Blake Snell, obviously a 2-year contract. He has an option after this year. And the thing I like about those is that, one, they are pretty much like a prove-it contract. So if you want to get a bigger contract, you better put up the numbers, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it bodes well for both parties. They're still, Scott Boras kind of swung and missed for all these free agents this year. They didn't get the contracts they wanted. They didn't get the money they wanted. So now it's kind of these 1-year prove-it deals. They're midway through their through their careers. They're trying to get that last contract before they start looking to retire. So I think this bodes well for the Giants. They're getting Matt Chapman at a premium. And I think because of the defense he brings, we'll see what happens offensively. We're talking about the average. We know it's not there, the strikeouts, all of that. But I think if he wants that money, he's going to have to produce. And I think the urgency will be there this year for him.
Exactly, guys. We have 18 people watching, guys. If you haven't done so yet, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, or follow me over on X. We go live at least once a week and talk about Giants, Niners, and Warriors a little bit. Dre talks about Lakers, and then we don't cover the Sharks at all. But I know he's on the background, but we don't really talk about the Sharks. But it's all Bay Area, so why not? So when it comes to Matt Chapman, again, I think that he's going to provide that defensive coverage that we haven't had at third base in a while. In my opinion, he's a massive upgrade over J.D. Davis. I'm happy to move on from J.D. Davis. Davis started out really well last year, and then second half of the season, he just completely took a shit.
Yeah.
And now he's out of here. Yeah, he was expendable. Sean. What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, man?
Nerd Costa Nostra, my X-Men 97 co-host. What's going on, man?
Oh, nice.
So that's Matt Chapman. Then we look over at the other acquisition, which is Jorge Soler. Let me go ahead and do that. Boom. So Soler's numbers they're not even there. What's going on with that? They should be right here, but they're not. Let me refresh it. Maybe that's what I needed. No, I guess not. Okay. We're going to have to do it the hard way. Okay, so last year with Miami, he hit 36 home runs, 75 RBIs. He batted .250, which is a very low, but he had a .512 slugging percentage. This guy is a pure power hitter, and that's why I like that they got this guy.
Absolutely,
is because he can, with one swing of the bat, he can knock it right out of the park.
He's playing in, absolutely.
Doesn't matter
what park he's playing in. He's gonna let the ball fly. This is your big bat in the middle of the lineup. Your DH, yeah, you're gonna maybe utilize him a little bit defensively. He's not known for defense, but this is why we brought him here. Offense, a big bat. I'm excited. He can take on any part of the ballpark. This is something that the Giants have been looking for. You pretty much were looking at Ohtani early in the year, Aaron Judge last year, and then the whole thing with JD Martinez, looking at Willy Adames. But I think this was a good fit. I think bringing him in is exactly what the Giants need. Somebody that can go long with runners on base, because that's what we can do. We can get runners on base. We just haven't had that bat to bring them around. And I think this is the cat to do it.
And when it comes to Soler, this is what I was looking at earlier. You can see here it's a 3-year deal. He makes $7 million this year, $13 million, and $13 million in 2026. It's a really good contract. I think that this is a guy who could be here all 3 years. He's 32 years old, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be swinging as hard as he's swinging now at the age of 34. And then in 2027 at 35, he'll be an unrestricted free agent by then. And the thing I like about these contracts is, one, they're all short deals, like a 3-year deal, 2-year deal. a 3-year deal, but he has opt-outs all the way through for Matt Chapman because you have guys coming up behind these guys. So this gives them time to develop. So now Casey Schmidt can get more at bats in AAA. And then let's say Matt Chapman leaves, then Casey Schmidt takes over at third base. You know, you have Luis Matos, you have Elliot Ramos, you have all these guys that are coming up. So if Soler is only here for 3 years, then these guys will take over,
Yeah, exactly. This is what Farhan does. This is how he constructs his roster. This is how he works the farm system. He has everything kind of set up following suit. It's a great way to build your roster. I mean, we knock on him all we want. He can't get the big free agent signing. He can't do this. He can't do that. But the way he orchestrates the contracts, the way you're not glued to any of these one players who give you 1 or 2 good years and then start to fall off, and then you're stuck with them for another 2 or 3 years. This is a great way to go about building your roster. So props to him. And like I said, you're getting a big league hitter at a premium.
And let's take a look at. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you look at Jorge, his spring training numbers, 41 at bats. He batted .293. Like we talked about, no home runs, 6 ribbies, stolen base. But the batting average is nice to see at .293. 6 RBIs. So he's getting contact with the ball. With 41 at bats, obviously he's going to get a lot more during a regular season, but it's good to kind of see that initially now. So
with the universal DH, he fits the roster. We know what he's going to be doing all season long. Keep him healthy.
And this is the other acquisition that the Giants got, which is Blake Snell.
Oh yeah,
he is a reigning Cy Young Award winner. He's a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. You couple that with Logan Webb, who's the runner-up to the Cy Young Award last year. Blake Snell, 14-9 with a 2.25 ERA. It's stellar numbers. 234 strikeouts. He was third in the league. He led the league in ERA, and he was tied for 9th with his record of 14-9. Now, granted, he was on a loaded Padres team that couldn't figure it out, so that's kind of sad that they completely just shit the bed. He's from Seattle, which so he stays on the West Coast. But when you look at his numbers, man, this guy has been dynamite almost his entire career. And in Tampa Bay, he was 21-5 in 2018.
Great numbers against the Dodgers too. Let's not forget that.
So getting him is huge. But the question is that when is this guy going to be ready? When is this guy going to be able to join the roster or the pitching lineup for the San Francisco Giants? Do you guys have any idea or have any speculation on when he'll be ready?
Speculation is he's going to be at that second series against San Diego when they open up at home. He's going to get one of those 3 games, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm not exactly sure which one he'll fall through. But he's going to want to play his former team. He's going to want to have that chance. He's not going to get that chance in the opening series in San Diego. He's going to be chomping at the bit to get back in, to get solidified in this rotation and to let the San Diego the San Diego Padres know what they're missing from the rotation. So it's going to be great, and I think he's going to be ready by that time.
And this is the schedule right here. We're looking at what are we at? The 27th. So this is opening day at San Diego, at San Diego, at San Diego. It's a 4-game series.
It's a 4-game opening series.
And then we go to Los Angeles on Fernando Valenzuela jersey giveaway day.
Hey, did you want to share the screen, Andre?
Oh, I thought I did already. Oh, I didn't. Whoops, sorry.
No, you're not sharing.
I took that down. There we go.
Sharing is caring, bro.
Yeah,
and then you can see, so we're going to go through 6 games, and these are going to be 6 pivotal games. Going against the Padres and the Dodgers.
Yes,
so
that's a great point.
Really what it is, too, is that the Padres series is way more important to capitalize on as many wins as possible. Because when you're going against the Dodgers, I mean, that's a loaded lineup. It's going to be much difficult to get, garner wins against them. But you got 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-game series against the Dodgers. And then opening day at home against the Padres, it looks like that's probably when Blake Snell is going to start, or he'll start the next day. So I really like the idea of having Blake Snell and Logan Webb in the same lineup together. Yeah. I think that's a really good thing for the Giants. And not to mention too, but by the All-Star break, we should have Cobb should be back, and also Robbie Ray. And so that's another guy who won a Cy Young Award 2 years ago.
Yes.
So if you bring him back and he's ready to rock, right? Projectedly, if he's ready to rock, now you're looking at.
What I understand, they're both on schedule to make it by mid-season. They're looking good,
Yeah, both
and
of
who
them.
knows, maybe even before then.
Alex Cobb is actually scheduled to be back probably a little bit earlier. Before
from what he's progressing really well.
The All-Star break. So imagine that lineup when you've got Blake Snell, Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, Alex Cobb, and then was it Jordan Hicks, or it could be Kyle Harrison still, who knows. But all I know is that a couple of nights ago when Jordan Hicks pitched against the A's, he looked dominant against the A's. Like, granted, it's still spring training, but he looked really, really good. Daniel, you were talking about that game earlier. What did you think about that game and his performance?
I thought he looked great. I think he had 10 Ks. He showed command with the ball. Really attacking the strike zone. Getting batters to swing and miss.
High 90s consistently.
Yeah, very consistent. I'm just really excited to see what this guy can do as a starting pitcher in our lineup at our stadium, which is a quote unquote pitcher friendly stadium. It's going to be great. I'm really, really excited about that pickup, especially what he's showing now. So should be great. Should be good.
No, it should be really good. Dre, what do you think?
No, exactly. To Daniel's point, they brought this guy in for a reason. He came to the Giants for a reason. It's because the Giants were going to give him the opportunity to be a pitcher in their starting rotation, and he's already making that conversation already. It is what it is. He's going to be part of this rotation. He's probably going to be kind of towards the back end. And eventually when you get guys like Alex Cobb, Robbie Ray back at the back end of the rotation, you have that opportunity to slide him into a place that he's already comfortable in the bullpen. But he's going to have his opportunity. And if he shines, do you move him?
No, you don't. You keep him in there. If he's pitching like that, yeah,
exactly. He's a flamethrower. He's a power pitcher. He's looking to make noise. He's making a due on the contract, and I think it's going to work out for both sides. I'm excited to see what this guy brings to the rotation. I really am. Whether it be in the starting rotation or the bullpen.
Yeah, and I think you got to give him time to build up his stamina to be a starter as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he does that. Because coming out of the bullpen, and becoming a starter, you really got to be able to pitch some innings, and that takes some stamina. So again, it's going to be really interesting to see how that works out for him and the Giants this year.
Yeah. The load will definitely be different for him. He's got to go. As any starter knows, you give a good 4, 5, 6 innings. You're right where you want to be. You're setting up your bullpen for a good situation, and you go from there. So. The one thing we know about last season is our bullpen was taxed by halfway point, so you can't do that again this year. The starting rotation has to produce, and we got the guys in place to do that. You look at the landscape of all the MLB.
Hold on a minute. We have some breaking news. Let's go to that right now. On the move, Jordan Montgomery has signed a contract with the Arizona Diamondbacks, so Arizona has bolstered up their bullpen as well, getting Jordan Montgomery, who is the Texas Rangers free agent, who helped them win that World Series, so good for them. When we look at the stats for Jordan Montgomery, and here they are, he was 10-11 with a 3.20 ERA, so he's got a really good ERA. 166 strikeouts, he was 37th, but he was 8th in the league with his ERA. His postseason and his second half stats were really good. In fact, let me see if I can pull that up right now, because that's what really sold this guy.
Yeah, he pitched really well in the postseason.
In the postseason, he was dynamite.
It was almost lights out.
Let me see. Is it going to show me? No, it's going to show me a bunch of shitty ads. Okay, let's go back to the stats. And so last year, here's some of his numbers. But with Texas, he was 4-2 with a 2.79 ERA. And that was in 11 games that he started. So he pitched extremely well and had a total of 58 strikeouts to 13 walks. So he was effective when he was on the mound. So the Arizona Diamondbacks are bolstering up their pitching staff that already has 2 really good pitchers on there already. What is their names? I'm not. That was bad. I should have already known their names. I read them earlier too. Zach Galen is their ace. That guy annoys the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, Gallon.
He just looks annoying. I want to punch him in the face. But he's really good, though. I mean, shit, he led them to the World Series last year, which is kind of crazy to think about. It was Texas and Arizona, like two desert-ass teams, like, what the fuck? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? I'm glad Texas won because of Bruce Bochy. I'm glad he was able to come back and give the finger to the Giants and go, yeah, guess what?
They're trying to run it back in Texas.
Rub it in her face.
So the Diamondbacks have improved their pitching staff with the signing of Jordan Montgomery. Now, when you look at the entire National League West, because I mean, look, when you're talking football, especially if you're talking basketball, I mean, really, you're looking at the entire conference, right? Because you're just like, who cares about the fucking divisions? Basketball in general.
How long have you lived here? And how are the restaurants around here? Are they good?
Oh,
Bad?
hey.
No, it's a commercial. But when it comes to baseball, divisions are very, very important. And so you're looking at, a division that has, the Padres, the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, and then the Rockies who are going to suck ass. So already the Giants, the Giants are projected to be to finish second, if not third, in the National League West. I think they really can, and I think that their pitching staff is what's going to lead the way for this team. Because if you look at their pitching staff, what they ended up doing was they went back to what got them their World Series rings. They went back to pitching and defense. And so getting a guy like Chapman to bring them more defense on the infield, you are going to go with Marco Luciano, who still needs to prove himself, but I think he has the talent to do so. Tyro Estrada, I think, is solid at second base. And then first base, you're going to get a platoon of both Wilmer Flores and
Lamont Wade Jr.
Lamont Wade Jr.
Yeah,
Lamont Wade, I like him, but I'm kind of over him.
With the bat, and he gets injured a lot as well too.
He gets injured a lot. Wilmer Flores, I love him. He has a place at my dinner table every single day. He's a fucking stud. He's just a fucking Marine. You know what I mean? He's
consistent. Dude. Everybody
battles.
loves that guy. Yeah. He's just he looks like a really fun teammate to have too.
Yeah, no, the guy's legit ever since he got in.
Yeah,
so
he's a pro. He's a pro.
Let me see if I can find. So here is. Let me see. Let me make sure I have it up here. Okay. Where did it go? Here is that's not it. There it is. Here's a projected starting lineup for the Giants. Now, this is from RotoChamp. I don't think this is correct whatsoever. I can't see the Soler batting second. It's a little weird. But you have Jung-Hoo Lee, Lamont Wade, or Jorge Soler, Lamont Wade, Matt Chapman, Michael Conforto, Tyro Estrada, Yastrzemski, Patrick Bailey. And then at shortstop, they have Nick Ahmed, who actually hit really well in spring training. He hit over 300. And he's a veteran, so he might actually end up taking over that shortstop spot if Luciano can't figure it out.
Start there. Yeah.
So I think when you look at this lineup, if it's me, I think you have Jung-Hoo Lee leading off. Second would be Tyro Estrada, and then Matt Chapman, Jorge Soler, Conforto, Yastrzemski, and Patrick Bailey. I don't know why they have Soler batting second. I don't see him as a number 2 hitter.
That doesn't make any sense to me either.
It doesn't,
because he brings the pop to the lineup. So I don't think you want him
middle of the lineup. Middle of the lineup is where he belongs.
Yeah, exactly.
4 or 5.
Yeah. But pitching staff wise, I really like this when you have Logan Webb, Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, you have Blake Snell. I don't think we're going to have 6 pitchers besides Mason Beck is out. So that 5th starter spot is probably going to go to Keaton Wynn or one of the pitchers. And but that will be temporary until our guys come back. When we're talking Robbie Ray and Alex Cobb. But already, though, having Logan Webb, Blake Snell, and Jordan Hicks as your 1, 2, 3 punch, that's pretty fucking good based on how good Jordan Hicks looked in spring training. Yeah. What do you guys think about the Giants lineup and their new pitching staff? Daniel, I'll start with you.
I like it. I think it definitely is going to challenge the opposing pitcher. It's going to make them game plan for that lineup. It depending on how it's constructed, in regards to batting order. I think it's going to be unique to the NL. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And I'm excited. Just you're going to have some pop that we haven't had in a while. We need to see it happen. And I like Patrick Bailey. He's a good young player. And kind of just circling back to defense, I think he's an excellent defender behind the plate, behind home plate. So I think he's going to be really good back there. And you got your guys on the corners, and you have your outfielders that have proven that they know what they're doing out there. So. I just think the lineup is looking good right now. I really looking forward to seeing how this plays out in the regular season, where you're playing against starters, true game planning, pitch planning against them. So I'm excited. I just want this season to start now.
Yeah. Well, and then these numbers too. These are projected numbers for each player by RotoChamp. So you're looking at Jorge Soler with 29 home runs, 81 RBIs. Chapman, 25 home runs, 74 RBIs. That'd be pretty good. I would take that from batting average 236 and 242. Lamontway 243. I don't think that's your 2, 3, 4 hitters, but that's just me. But really, the surprise player that we could have would be like a Conforto or even a Thairo Estrada. I mean, they have him scheduled to hit 14 home runs. I know he's capable of hitting more than that. So we'll see.
And the RBIs.
Yeah.
Because Thairo Estrada, let me see. Oh, you can see that. Okay, cool.
I'd say that's somewhere in between the Chapman and the Soler numbers.
Because, in 2022, look, he had 14 home runs. I want to say he hit a lot of those early in the year, too.
He got off to a hot start.
Yeah. And he's been consistent, 14. So with home runs, he's been fairly consistent. So I think he can do that, if not more. I think that's why they're projecting him. I think it was a little higher, wasn't it? It was at it's still 14. So that's pretty cool.
Same. Yeah. At least that's consistency. You don't see very many second basemen going out there and popping out 30 home runs or anything like that. So
Patrick Bailey, he had 7 home runs, 48 RBIs, but he ended the season batting 233. He hit better than that during the season. At just kind of where he ended up at the end of the year. If you look at his splits, or early on when he first came up, similar to Casey Schmidt, he was raking the ball, and I think he showed that he has the ability to really swing the bat with a high percentage. I think this guy could be a really, really good hitter. I don't see him being a 228 hitter. I see him being more of like a 291 hitter, a 285 hitter, if not higher than that. So now power-wise, I don't think you're going to get more than 10 home runs out of Patrick Bailey. But I like a lot of things about Patrick Bailey. I think he's very clutch. I think he's going to have a really big year. Just to be honest with you guys, I really do.
I hope so.
He'll have a stronger finish. He's got another year under his belt. I think he kind of ran out of steam towards the end of the season last year. So just building the core, building the stamina. He knows what it takes to get through 162 game season, and then if beyond that too. So he's going to be their leader back there. I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent. He's got great instincts, Buster Posey-esque, in my opinion, just from what I saw last year. So I think the Giants are pretty solidified back there. And then they brought in that guy Murphy to back him up, which I think was
two home runs.
Yeah, he hit 2 home runs. Yeah,
I guarantee you, there's a lot of teams that were looking at to bring him in too to back up their starting catcher to share responsibilities at that position. But that was a great pickup, and I think he's going to be able to give Patrick Bailey the rest and that he needs in order to get through that full season. So they're set at catcher this year. They really are.
And if you look at Tom Murphy's spring training numbers, he hit 350, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs.
No, another true veteran. We're talking like another Wilmer Flores for the team. Just that type of consistency, knows his role, knows his responsibilities, and will produce when the time is given, when his number is called.
Yeah, and he'll get plenty of chances out there to prove himself. And I think that last game against the A's where he had those 2 homers, I think that kind of knocked the Joey Bart conversation out.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that derailed the Bart
back.
train right there.
Yeah,
Bye,
Bart.
Bye Bart. Yeah,
There's
I
no
mean, look.
mention. There's no mention about him.
Although Joey Bart did have a strong spring training, he batted 414 with 6 ribbies with 29 at bats. I mean, you know,
it wasn't
he just
too bad
can't
at
put
all.
it together. He just can't put it together. And even when
I'll be right
he was
back. I'm gonna
called
grab
up to
some
the
water.
majors, get your water.
Yeah, I need to get my water.
Even when he was called up to the majors, he really wasn't able to produce. His bat was.
That's just how he's been. It's just been super inconsistent, just very up and down. And you know, he's had his opportunities. I think they're all out of options, you know, to move him through the big leagues and move him back down, you know, to the minors and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that it's ran its course to this point.
I think so
think and that's the reason why they went out and got Murphy. A player like that at this point in his career probably needs a fresh start. Needs to go to a different franchise. Needs that new setting. To, you know, just kind of that reflecting moment. Figure out his career from here and figure out if he still even wants to catch. Maybe you move him to first base. Maybe you move him to a different position. Try him out there. Give him another opportunity because the talent's there. We saw the talent flash. It just didn't work out for the scenario and the situation.
Yeah.
So.
It just didn't work out consistently enough for the guy. You know? It's just too bad. It's a bummer.
Exactly. But... Yeah, you know, I know second overall pick a few years back. Can't remember exactly the year he came in. I want to say maybe 2019. But he's already had his opportunities. And a high draft pick. Being picked at that place, you know, you have to produce and you have to produce fast, and he just wasn't able to. So,
you know, the Giants kind of have a history recently of drafting and players not producing. One that comes to mind is Hunter Bishop. He was another first round pick about 4 years ago. I actually got a chance to see him at bat in Scottsdale on Friday. Big dude, man. He's like 6'5". I mean, he's an intimidating guy, but he just cannot crack the majors, you know. And it's just unfortunate that the Giants organization will spend such a high draft pick on a player like this. And I think he did play college ball. He didn't come out of high school, so he came out of college, but he, you know, one of those guys that just hasn't quite panned out.
I mean, he was in 2019. He was the 10th pick in the draft at Arizona State.
Yeah, Arizona State. That's it. High draft pick. Yep.
And he really hasn't done shit. I mean, let me look at his stats real quick. Just really nothing.
What stats?
I'm looking at his minor league stats. And even then, it's like there's not much to look at.
There's not much to look at. Yeah, there's not a lot of production. You know, some players just don't work out once they get to, you know, AA, single A, you know, triple A. You really see them kind of plateau. You know?
Well, and also too, I mean, when you look at the teams that continue to pump out young players that are really good, I mean, you look at the Dodgers. I mean, they're still pumping out players that are good. So they figured it out. And a lot of these teams can do that. The A's end up doing that because they always end up trading away their players anyway and getting picks in return. But I mean, look at like the Atlanta Braves. I mean, there was a time there where the Atlanta Braves weren't very good, and they kind of rebuilt their entire system, and now they're back in it. I mean, they won a World Series 3 years ago?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you have those organizations out there that know how to like build those farms and really pick up via trade as well. You can pick up some prospects via trade, and they just kind of work out. You know, you saw that a lot of that during the Kansas City Royals run against the Giants, where they had some good young talent on that team.
Yeah, they had Eric Hosmer.
Hosmer. And I think, you know, the Orioles this year have a lot of good young players too that, you know, they're thirsty, and
that's why they weren't very active in free agencies, because I think they really trust their farm system and they trust the young talent that's there, and it's going to be there for a long time. They're going to be good for years. It's true. They're doing it a different way.
Well, it's funny because I remember back when the Chicago Cubs won that World Series, you know, they had all these young guys on their team. But here's the thing, though, is that I remember thinking like, oh, yeah, this team is set up to win for a long time. And they never made it back to the World Series. They never did. And it goes to show you how hard it is to get there, and yet the Giants did it. They did it 3 times.
3 times in
2010,
5 years.
2012, and 2014. But I'm saying, even in that span, to do that 3 times, that's fucking really difficult.
No, that's a
well, look at those teams that we had. They were fucking stacked. I mean, we had dynamite pitching during those runs.
Yeah, it was really the pitching and the timely hitting and just great position players, great defense, small ball.
This is what it comes back to, is that, we have a good pitching staff. We have Logan Webb and Blake Snell. Logan Webb led the league last year in quality starts. And
innings pitched. The guy's a true workhorse.
If they can capture that again this year, and Blake Snell can be at the same form of what he was at last year, that's an amazing 1-2 punch when you have Jordan Hicks, who's going to be your 3rd or 4th starter, pitching the way he was against the A's. If he can keep that up, that's going to be dynamite. And then you have Kyle Harrison, who has the ability to be a really good pitcher in this league and has a lot of potential. So that's going to be interesting to see. And then think about when Alex Cobb comes back. Think about when Robbie Ray comes back. I mean, this has the potential to be a really good pitching lineup. And so when you go back to where we started, right, we talked about how the Giants offense has a lot of guys that may have a low batting average, right? But when you have a pitching roster that completely shuts down the other team's offense, it relaxes, it gives the hitters more confidence, and they can be more selective on what pitches they want to attack. And so I think that's what's so important about getting a guy like Blake Snell, is that now you've made your pitching staff that much better. You made it nearly elite.
Great. Yeah. Great pitching can always counter great hitting. We've seen it in the last few years. I mean, with the Giants World Series wins too, always. And it's just depth across the rotation. Any team that makes it towards the end of the year, that's playing in the playoffs, playing in the World Series, it's because they have that great 1-2 punch. It's a grueling 162 games to play throughout the entire season. If one of your main guys goes down, to have that cushion, to have that other ace on your staff to hold down your rotation is huge. And that's what's going to get you through an entire season. So this is big. All the teams that are going to be there at the end have that 1-2 punch, and the Giants have it this season. They do.
I mean, the Giants have potentially a 1-2-3, almost 4 punch if Jordan Hicks pans out the way he's supposed to pan out, and you get Robbie Ray back.
Exactly. You have options now when those guys get back. You can.
Well, and let's not forget too,
your bullpen will last all season.
Exactly. Camilo Doval is dynamite in that bullpen as well.
Oh yeah.
Electric arm.
But let's say Kyle Harrison pitches well. I mean, there is a chance that if Robbie Ray and Alex Cobb come back, I mean, maybe Jordan Hicks moves the bullpen. I don't think he will, because he came here to be a starter. But let's say that's the case. You still have a dynamite reliever in Jordan Hicks. I mean, pitching for the Cardinals last year, he was dynamite. He was lights out.
Yeah.
And he looked that way against the A's. So let's hope that he can keep that going. And
I mean, think about it. You have a situation where maybe it makes sense for him to move back to the bullpen, and then you have Camilo Doval and him that can rotate as a closer or a setup either inning. That's electric. That's scary, and that's what's gonna have you competing against the NL West is the rotation and the back end of the bullpen.
Exactly.
This is our strong suit now. This is who the Giants are this year, and it's going to show. You just hope these guys stay healthy in order to showcase what they have. It's depth, definitely, bud. I'm going to say it all night long. The depth.
Yeah, and I think what you're starting to see now is a balance of pitching and batting.
Yes.
Right. You gotta have both. If you can get your pitchers to pitch consistently and get run support. I think the Giants are notorious for not giving enough run support to their pitching staff as well.
Yikes.
I mean, just look at Matt Cain, poor guy. I think he had the worst run support of any starting pitcher in Major League history.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he never had enough run support. I mean, geez.
He would have been, he'd be a first ballot, like hands down Hall of Famer, just like no question if he had that run support. He'd be considered probably one of the best pitchers to ever pitch. And not only in Giants history, but in Major League history. He was a great dominant pitcher.
He's such a workhorse too, that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was great. Guys, we have 34 people watching. Guys, make sure you follow me on X.
Double that, baby.
And also subscribe to the channel and smash the like button.
Yep.
And if you want to support the channel, you can do so by becoming a member or joining us over on Patreon. Going to the Patreon link, you're supporting all 3 channels, which is the Nicotina Show, Dre Area Sports, and Beyond the Unknown, which we're going to be kicking off later this month or later next month.
We're kicking
off with some really good
Oh.
interviews on that channel. Yeah. So as much as everyone has been so excited about the opening day of Major League Baseball, which starts tomorrow. Now, granted, we had it over in Seoul, Korea. But when we had it in Seoul, Korea, there was a little bit of some controversy over Shohei Ohtani being a fucking gambler. Okay, so let's talk about Shohei Ohtani.
Where's the chime at? Let's go.
Okay, so let's go into this. Okay.
Boy, this guy.
Dodgers fire Shohei Ohtani's interpreter amid allegations of massive theft. Okay, let's go over this article and this story before we start giving our opinions, because I'm about ready to rip this shit apart. The Los Angeles Dodgers interpreter interpreter for Shohei Ohtani was fired Wednesday afternoon after questions surrounding at least $4.5 million in wire transfers sent from Ohtani's bank account to a bookmaking operation, which was an illegal bookmaking operation in Los Angeles. So he's not even leaving California. He's making the transactions in California, which is, I'm sorry, illegal to gamble in California, unless the guy was living on a fucking Indian reservation. Ipe Mizuhara, a longtime friend and interpreter of Ohtani, incurred the gambling debts to a Southern California booking operation as under federal investigation. Multiple sources told ESPN how he came to lose his job, starting with reporters asking questions about the wire transfers. Initially, a spokesman for Ohtani told ESPN the slugger had transferred the funds to cover Mizuhara's gambling debt. The spokesman presented Mizuhara to ESPN for a 90-minute interview Tuesday night, during which Mizuhara laid out his account in great detail. However, as ESPN prepared to publish the story on Wednesday, the spokesman disavowed Mizuhara's account and said Ohtani's lawyers would issue a statement. Okay, this right here. How do you make, as a representative of Shohei Ohtani in this situation, how do you make Mizuhara, what's his name, Ipe Mizuhara, available for a 90-minute interview with fucking ESPN, and then the next day say, oh, hey, he's full of shit.
Yeah.
Don't believe anything he says. He fucking stole that money, that cocksucker. Yeah. I'm sorry, but this is such a fuck up by Ohtani and his people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How do you let this happen?
And why hasn't Major League Baseball suspended him until they investigate the whole situation, right?
That's the thing. There's been no investigation. There's been no
he's just a fucking hitter right now.
An actual investigation happening, not from the California State Bureau of Investigation,
Bullshit.
Excuse me, and not from the FBI. There is no investigation going on, so how can they suspend him? But that's the fucked up part about it all.
Yeah.
Is this does not make sense from the beginning to the end.
Right.
They thought they were doing Ohtani justice by portraying him as the savior, him doing a good deed for his best friend, and then wait, gambling? Oh, there should be no mention of gambling. Okay. The very next day he goes out, gets fired, and saying now they're making him out as a criminal. This does not make dollars because it does not make sense, boys.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. Well, that one's really big. It doesn't make any sense. And the problem I have with this is that you literally sent Ipe to ESPN for a 90-minute fucking interview in which he gave a detailed story about what happened. Now, of course, what he tells them is that he had accrued up to a gambling debt of $4.5 million. Well, let's go on. in the course of responding to recent media inquiries, we discovered that Shohei has been a victim of massive theft. And we are turning the matter over to the authorities who have done nothing.
In less than 24 hours after stating.
What do you know? What do you know?
Stating the fact.
The spokesman declined to answer any further questions, and the statement did not specify whom they believe perpetrated the alleged theft. Okay, so again, it's like you've already fucked up, and now you're changing the story to fit your narrative. Like, no, I'm sorry, you've already fucked this up, and
that's exactly what this is. We can go on about it. We can rip it. We can,
we're gonna rip it
sentence by sentence, and that's exactly what it is. It doesn't make sense. They understand what they did. They initially screwed up by letting Ipe go on with ESPN stating his case and then backtracking the very next day. That's exactly what has taken place. We can break it down all we want, but that's exactly what happened, and it's not going to change.
Well, somebody heard the story.
Decides to investigate and figure out that that's exactly what happened. They're going to try to portray Ohtani like nothing ever happened. He's going to continue.
Of course.
To play baseball.
Well, yeah. His attorneys probably
now.
found out what they were saying, what Ipe was saying to ESPN, and he was like, "Holy shit, are you guys fucking morons? Why would you send him down there for? Like, well, we thought you could clear things up. Like, he lied.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous because at the end of the day, his name were on the checks.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you would send checks to this illegal bookmaking scheme is unbelievable.
$500 increment, $500,000 increments.
$500,000 increments. They have at least two. Or let's just read real quick.
Plotted. It's mapped out. How can you say he had nothing to do with it?
He absolutely had something
money
to do with it.
Went there. No matter if he was paying someone else's debt, he submitted the payment. This is equivalent to saying, "Hey, bro, can you drive me to the bank? I'm going to go rob that bank. I just need you to drive the car for me." "Oh, I'm just going to say, I don't know what we're doing." "Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. You're just doing me a favor." This is complete hypocrisy on what is happening right now in Major League Baseball. If this was any other fucking player, they would be suspended until the investigation is completed.
It's favoritism.
All right? Investigation is completed. That's what should happen here. I don't give a fuck if he's getting paid millions and millions and ridiculous amount of money. I don't give a fuck that he's on the Dodgers. I don't care what team this guy's on. He should be suspended until they're done with the investigation.
If Barry Bonds had done this, they would have fucking they would have suspended him for the year, pending investigation. They would have been dragging him through the fucking mud. But because it's Shohei Ohtani, he's an international star. Fucking Rob Manfred, the fucking ballless, gutless fuck that he is doing nothing to make sure that this guy's compromised right now. You don't know what he's doing.
Absolutely.
The moment gambling gets put on the name of a Major League Baseball player, that player is compromised. And that player cannot take the field during an investigation. Yeah. He needs to be suspended.
He paid a bookie. He paid a bookie.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter if he was paying someone off. He paid a bookie. He knows what he fucking did. Okay.
ESPN had reviewed bank information showing that Ohtani's name on two of the $500,000 payments sent in September and October. You're telling me that this guy who makes all this money playing for the Anaheim Angels, I'm sorry, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, fucking ass backwards name that is, who makes all this money, has endorsements, his contract, but he can only pay in increments of $500,000. If you wanted to bail your friend out, if that even is a true story, why wouldn't you just pay it all at once?
Right.
You have the fucking money. Why not?
He can fucking wipe his ass with it.
And why would a bookie let Ipe Mizuhara rack up that big a debt, be that far in the hole at least $1 million?
Because he knows who he's interpreting for. It's exactly it, man.
That's right.
But still, are you as a bookie? Are you going to be like, hey, Mizuhara's or I'm sorry, Ohtani's interpreter? He bets to me. I'll give him a huge leash. You're not.
No.
But the reason why he is because Ohtani's writing the checks. And so if you're getting checks from Ohtani,
Yeah, you know,
then you're saying, oh,
eventually going to be there.
Ohtani's making the bets.
Yeah.
And not only that,
sure he is. For sure.
And not only that. So a source said Boyer was aware of the name on the wire transfers, but chose not to ask questions as long as payments came in. However, the source said Boyer allowed people to believe Ohtani was the client in order to boost business. Hey, you should bet through me. Ohtani's betting through me. I got Ohtani putting in bets and giving me checks. Yeah. Why wouldn't you go through me? I got Ohtani right here.
Hey, why not? Come on. Yeah,
and you think that Ohtani?
It's funny. That's the only investigation going on is through that booking agency. There's no investigation going on with Major League, with anybody.
Has Major League Baseball even came out with a press conference and talked about
Major
this
League
at all?
Baseball has announced that they have started. They're conducting an investigation into this illegal gambling thing. They started that back on Friday. Monday, Ohtani released a statement that basically said, "I didn't do it. I didn't know about it. I'm really sad that this happened. I didn't know about it." I mean, what the fuck do you think he was going to say? Yeah, I did it, guys. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Are we good?
This is one of the problems with Major League Baseball. If you look at the NFL, take the NFL for example. I think the Lions had a bunch of gamblers, right? They got suspended for the fucking season. And I think one of them, what is his last name? The wide receiver, I forget his fucking name, but he missed a bunch of games. He got suspended for a bunch of games because of that. So the NFL is setting the example on what you do with when your players are fucking gambling. And they shouldn't be. And this guy, this interpreter, what's his fucking name? Ipe. He said that. I never bet on our games. I know that's against the ruls.
Yeah, I never bet on baseball.
Well, baseball.
Those are the rules, and I knew that.
Oh, sure, buddy. Yeah, getting this guy to fucking pay off $1 million of your debt, that is against the rules, bro. Okay, shut the fuck up.
During the Tuesday's interview arranged by Ohtani's spokesman, Mizuhara, 39, told ESPN that he asked Ohtani last year to pay off his gambling debt, which multiple sources said had ballooned to at least $4.5 million. Bro, you're a shitty gambler. You got to stop.
Yeah, you suck.
I stop when I reach over $100. I'm like, time to scale it back. Pump the brakes. You're at $5.5 or $4.5 million. I think it's time you tried something different.
Yeah, and I looked and I read an article where Ipe was getting paid between $300,000 and $500,000 a year to be an interpreter.
Yeah,
that was his salary.
That's some pretty.
Well, he blew that pretty quick.
Oh yeah,
you think?
He started
every check,
he's like, I'll take a Manchester United. Oh fuck!
Another $50,000.
I'm taking I'm taking the Celtics all the way. Damn it. Obvious. So he says, Mr. Hart said that he previously had placed bets via DraftKings and assumed bets placed through Boyer were legal. I'm sorry, you cannot play stupid when you're conducting illegal betting. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you fucking knew exactly what you were doing, bro.
Obviously, Ohtani, wasn't happy about it and said that he would help me out to make sure I never do this again. What are you, a fucking child? Are you like his son? It's like, get the fuck out of here. So I would never do this again. I learned my lesson. He decided to pay it off for me. Are you his fucking child? You're a fucking adult.
He might be his child.
He might be his bitch, is what it is.
Looks like it. Look at his sugar daddy.
And then he goes on to say this. He goes on to say, I want everyone to know Shohei had zero involvement in betting.
Okay. Yeah.
I want people to know I did not know this was illegal. Go fuck yourself.
I didn't know
I learned my lesson the hard way. Oh, slap on the hand. And I will never do sports betting ever again. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hard.
You can't make statements like that. It acts stupid. I would never do this again. I didn't know it was illegal. I didn't like, dude. You knew it was illegal. You knew you shouldn't have been doing it, but you did.
Smells like shit. Sure, it tastes like shit, and it is shit.
You were going through Boyer, who was running an illegal betting operation.
Yep.
You did that because you figured he's so under the radar, they'll never know it was you. They'll never know that we placed those bets because he's running his own operation. He'll cover this shit up. If we go through, Caesars or MGM, everyone's going to know that it's us placing these bets.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go through my friend, we're safe.
It shows.
Oh, did you know he's getting fucking investigated? Oh, I didn't know that. Fuck.
It shows how incompetent these two were throughout the whole process. They have no fucking clue what they were doing. They might have got caught up in living the big life and decided, let's go have some fun with some stupid ideas. And at this point, you cannot play dumb. You have to come out and cough up to your mistakes, get suspended, get banned, whatever it takes. They got burned, and they deserve everything they're going to get. And I hope that they set the example on what happens when you gamble and you're not supposed to. And I hope they fucking lay the hammer on this fucking.
I want everyone to know Shohei had zero involvement in betting. When you have to come out and say that, you're guilty as fuck. I'm sorry, but you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
This statement right here, this whole little paragraph, I learned the hard way. I didn't know it was illegal. Shohei had zero involvement in betting. It's all a lie. Complete
it's
bull of shit.
It's bullshit.
It's absolute bullshit.
He's telling us to reporter. Let me see you do this, at the stand on a trial or, in front of some kind of legal system.
Lie detector test.
Yeah. Let's see you say the same shit, bro. Because talking to any fucking anyone for an interview that's going to go public, you're going to say whatever it takes to fucking clean up your mistakes. It's garbage.
Mm-hmm. And then, but on Wednesday afternoon, Mizuhara told ESPN that Ohtani had no knowledge of his gambling debts and that Ohtani had not transferred money to the bookkeeper's associate.
Mm-hmm.
The story has completely changed.
Yep.
Your own representatives sent this guy to ESPN to tell them this story. And then your lawyers figured out, that's a dumb idea. Why the fuck would you do that? And then they told, he's a liar. He stole the money. It's clear to me that you fucked up once, you tried to fix it, and you fucked up again.
Oh, yeah.
And now Major League Baseball needs to make an example out of Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
If he never ends up playing in Major League Baseball again, he's going to go to Japan and play. So he'll be fine. Yeah. But you have to make an example out of him because otherwise, if you drop the ball on this, which they're on their way to doing that, everyone's going to be doing what he's doing. Well, if Ohtani got away with it, I can get away with it. They obviously don't give a shit. Why should
I? Absolutely. That's why you got to lay down the hammer on these kind of players that decide that think they're above the rules, above the law, and living in their own fucking universe. And that's what this guy was doing, living in his own universe, thinking he can do what the fuck he wants.
This could have long-term lasting effects on the league. In the wrong.
Pete Rose is probably saying, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Actually,
what's going
on? There's a reel that some guy was asking Pete Rose what he thought about it,
and what he said.
And he said, "Oh fuck, what did he say?" He said something like, "If I did this when I played, I wouldn't be banned." Because he bet it on his own games.
I know on his own game, but here's the thing, though: if it's proven that he bet on Angels games, people are gonna say, "Well, he's a batter. How is he really gonna?" He fucking pitched those games, so he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna dominate this game. I'm gonna make sure that I bet for my team. I'm gonna lose this game. So in the 5th or 6th inning, I'm just gonna fucking lay him out there and give up some runs. I mean, you're in total control of what happens in that game. If they find out that he made any bets on Major League Baseball, he's cooked. He's done.
Oh, you have to be done. Yeah. And I'm sure that's part of this investigation.
If they say he bet on baseball, blah, 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 he'll be suspended for the remainder of the year. I'm going to be like, are you fucking kidding me? This guy should be done for his entire career. He should be banned from baseball if proven guilty. Now, he says here, go ahead.
Go ahead. Now, how big is his contract? $700 million?
$700 million.
$700 million. How many years?
Fucking like
Fucking
12,
13, some stupid bullshit.
some crazy amount. Yeah.
Unbelievable what happens to people when they make a ridiculous amount of money. He was making good money with the Angels, but it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what business you're in. This shit happens to people, and it's really sad to see it happen. You know, it happens all over. CEOs get fucked up all the time because, you know, insider trading. Look at Martha Stewart. She fucking went to jail for insider trading.
It all comes down to that. It all comes down to sex, drugs, and money.
That's it. Say rock and roll, baby.
Rock and roll.
That's a close fourth. Don't worry. Don't you?
Yeah,
that is
honorable mention. He says, "I never bet on baseball." Mizuhara said, "That's 100%." Oh, I'm supposed to believe you now. I'm supposed to believe you after you fucking lied. I knew that rule. We have a meeting about it in spring training. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like everyone knows if you're playing in Major League Baseball, you can't bet on baseball. I mean, come on.
You would think that those transfers that he made, he must have not been playing with the, you know, he's a can short of a six pack because he knew that those fucking those checks had his fucking name on it. I mean how what the fuck's wrong with you, bro?
He says
that alone.
Yeah.
That alone should get you fucking suspended.
He, at the very least, he should be suspended for the entire year.
Oh,
at the very least.
Fuck him.
Because at the end of the day, his name was on, or they were on the checks.
Yes.
You paid
Guilty
to bet.
by association. Guilty by association.
He drove
you
the
paid
car
the money. You
for the
paid the
bank
money
robbery.
for those bets.
Now pay the piper, baby. Pay the piper.
You paid the money for those bets. That's on you, dude. I'm sorry. That's on you.
For the gun, you know, he's the one. He's the one that did it to
black
himself.
Black and white. It's black and white.
It's
man.
black and white. No matter
like
what
I
the
said,
fuck
we
you're
could
trying to
literally
do.
sit here and talk about this for the rest of the evening. It is what it is.
My thing is this:
there's no way around it anymore. They've
before Ipe went to ESPN. Are you trying to tell me that Ipe did not tell this story to Ohtani's representatives before he went there? Of course, he had to have.
How can you?
He had to. He had to have told them this is what happened. He paid off my debts because of this, that, and the other thing. Did he make that up on the spot?
No, not if it's lasting 90 minutes.
No,
90 minutes.
That's detailed. That's detailed. And
yes, it was choreographed. It was choreographed.
The fact that ESPN is literally saying a detailed account. They're trying to tell you, like, dude, this guy wasn't lying. You know what I mean? Like, they're leaving little crumbs in there to kind of say, like, hey, this guy was telling us a fucking story, guys.
I had 90 minutes worth of information.
And again, this is a news-friendly outlet for the story that's happening, right? So he's trying to go somewhere where he can get the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
A soft guy to interview him.
Trying to portray.
Let him talk. Don't ask hard questions like are you know, just the real questions that you want to hear when this kind of shit breaks. They gave him a platform to spill out and this garbage of information, and then all of a sudden the lawyers pull it all back. So no.
It says here MLB players and employees.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It says here that MLB employees and players are allowed to bet on sports other than baseball, but not with illegal bookmakers or offshore accounts, which is what he was doing. The league rulebook states that bets placed with illegal bookmakers are subject to punishment at the commissioner's discretion. That's what scares me too, because this guy's Rob Manfred is a gutless fuck who knows how much money is tied to Ohtani in terms of how much money he'll bring to Major League Baseball. And my fear is that he'll be like, oh,
we'll turn an eye.
It was just interpreter. It wasn't him. How about that pitch clock? I thought it was a great idea.
I believe him. I believe what he said. You know, and I think that's one of the problems that we see with commissioners in professional sports, you know, even with the NFL, is as far as I understand, and I could be fucking dead wrong, okay, but there's no consistency on what the punishment is for breaking the rules. Any job, any company you work for, you know what happens when you fuck up. Okay. There's a protocol of steps that you go through. So it's this, then that, and then you're fucking gone. When it comes to these professional sports, they let the shit just kind of go where they want it to go, and that's crap.
Right.
Yeah.
When it comes to Major League Baseball, as much as we're big Barry Bonds fans because we're Giants fans and all that, but when it comes to Major League Baseball, you just dealt not too long ago with the steroid scandal that rocked all of Major League Baseball. Okay. You're on the verge of another massive scandal that could plague the entire league when it comes to gambling. If you don't get ahead of this now, this can blow up in your face. Imagine if they let him off the hook and then they find out that more players are doing this. Now you have to go back and punish him again because you didn't punish him right the first time. If this blows up in your face, then I'm sorry, but Major League Baseball is going to lose so much credibility.
Yeah.
They have to make an example of this guy, and they're wasting time by letting him play on the field. How do we know he's not still making bets with people in Japan when he was in Korea not too long ago playing with the Dodgers? I mean,
how do you not know?
We saw footage of him with Ippei in the stand or in the dugout, joking around, talking, whatever. And then this came out, and, he's fired. Like, whoa, what? Like, and the thing too is that I'm sorry, but you don't send Ippei to ESPN for 90 minutes and not know what the fuck he's going to talk about.
Yeah,
they knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, they did.
And they thought, that'll explain everything. And I bet you his attorneys, once they got wind of, they probably said, okay, what is he going to tell them? He's going to tell them this. His name's on the fucking checks. The fuck you guys doing? You have to say he fucking stole that money. Oh, fuck.
Exactly.
It's so dumb.
Manfred. Oh, cultural differences. I guess they didn't.
Yeah, it was lost in translation.
So no,
he thought it was in yen.
Exactly it. They're playing stupid to the fact of everything that happened from day one.
Yeah,
the timeline. The timeline is there for everybody to read it, for everybody to understand what took place. And the more they try to cover it up, the more they try to play stupid, the more they come out and say, I didn't know, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. There goes the credibility every day. They're losing fans every day. And baseball was already losing fans in general just because of the rate of the game. They're making all these adjustments. They're trying to do everything to keep Ohtani, keep the attendance going, keep the Dodgers where they need to be, because for some reason the league loves supporting the Dodgers. They love supporting Robert. The manager of the Dodgers.
Fuck that guy,
Dave Roberts.
Fuck him. How many chances is this guy going to have to blow their World Series chances? Anyway, it's a publicity stunt. It's a scam. Call it what it is. It's gonna ruin the game.
I hope the fans, when they play outside of Dodger Stadium, boo the fuck out of him when he's up to bat.
Yeah, because he's being treated differently than every other player in the league. He's being treated differently.
He's being treated as royalty. Yes, he needs to get
difference is that he's being treated like a victim, and he's not a victim.
No, he's not a victim at all.
He's a fucking perpetrator.
And
he's
a co-conspirator.
Check this out. Federal authorities learned that Ohtani's wire payments in January as a part of their investigation into Boyer's bookmaking operation. A source told ESPN. ESPN reviewed wire transfer data. They reviewed wire transfer fucking data of the two transactions, each totaling in $500,000. Shohei Ohtani is visible alongside various bank accounts and wire transfer information, and the word loan. Ohtani is the Japanese two-way player's legal name.
That's damaging right there.
That's fucked. He's fucked.
Yeah, he's
fucked.
He's fucked. And so are the Dodgers.
Every angle, circle it back. It all points to one person knowing about the situation, going about his business as if nothing's wrong, as if he's not doing anything, that will come back to bite him in the ass. Yeah. I mean, common negligence, whatever you want to call it. He did it. He did it. There's proof. The writing's on the wall. He did.
It's spray painted.
Exactly.
There's a picture of him writing it on the wall. It's all there, and it's
the action.
It's all there.
This is the best part. So he met him at a San Diego poker game. Mizuhara met Boyer at a San Diego poker game. So what?
All in.
So Mizuhara was like, "Hey, Ohtani, I'm gonna go out for a little while. I'll see you later." When they're like inseparable, but I guess he left him to go play poker at a San Diego poker game. He met this guy Boyer. Mizuhara estimated his losses mounted to more than $1 million by the end of 2022 and ballooned from there. Like, bro, dude, it's over. You should have stopped right there.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me
either. That's what doesn't make sense either. If he could have stopped it then and there.
But why would he let him get $1 million in the hole?
He had to have known that his interpreter boy was gambling like a motherfucker. Okay, he had to have known that because they were so close. They're like brothers.
Okay, so
they're like brothers.
If I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt,
fucking shit.
If I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, my only thought would be that when Mizuhara was making these bets, he was telling Boyer, "Okay, here are the bets from Ohtani, from me and Ohtani." Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and that's me being generous
from him, but Ohtani had to be involved in some of this stuff. It's going to blow up. I think we give this a little bit more time. Obviously, Major League Baseball has their white gloves. They're using white gloves with this situation.
I don't know, man. I feel like Major League Baseball is going to fuck this up. I feel like baseball is going to fuck this up, and this motherfucker is going to get off. It's not right.
They're already fucking it up.
If this was Barry Bonds, they'd be breaking down his door right now. Major League Baseball would be like, we're coming in.
He's he's a young kid out there. Suspend him. We'll worry about it later.
And again, stupid. You cannot play stupid by making statements like, "I'm terrible at gambling. Never going to do it again. Never won any money.
I will never rob another bank.
I dug myself a hole."
He's gonna have to gamble again. He's got no money and he's broke. He's got no job.
I will never rob anyone ever again. I will stop doing crack.
It's like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
No.
This is what you say when you're trying to take the blame off of somebody else. This is what you say when you're like, "Hey guys, my bad. I fucked up.
Scripted.
I fucked up."
The first one.
What I would do, what they should do. How much you want to bet he has another account somewhere else that Ohtani's pumping money into right now? Like, hey, you take the fall for this. I'll make sure you and your family are paid for life.
Like, oh boy, I would love to see something like that happen and blow up.
Yeah, we're like his fucking mother just got a check for $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's like there's got to be an incentive, right? We know that, back in the whole Balco days, what was that guy? There was a guy, the trainer, who went to jail for Barry Bonds, essentially.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
I forgot his name.
Was he the inventor of the cream?
No, but he was the guy who gave him the cream.
Oh, did I say cream? Oh,
yeah. He said put this on, so I said I put it on.
Yeah. It's good for my skin.
After Ohtani agreed to pay the debts, Mizuhara said on
I believe
Tuesday,
you, Barry. I'm on your side, bro.
I mean, listen to the story though. Mizuhara said Ohtani logged onto his own computer and sent wire transfers under Mizuhara's supervision in installments over several months last year. They added loan to the description field in the transaction. Why would you fucking write loan? Like, oh, this is a loan I'm giving to my friend.
Yeah, like this is gonna make it better if someone finds out about it. That's okay. Yeah, good idea.
What this sounds like to me,
fucking do it.
What this sounds like to me is this. This was the alibi that Mizuhara and Ohtani had come up with years ago. If we ever get busted, make sure you write loan, and we'll say that you're paying off my gambling debt. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean? It sounds like something that they came up with. And then when the attorneys got a hold of it, they were like, are you guys fucking serious? That's the stupidest story I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
No, he stole that money from you. That's what we're going to go with. He's like, oh, shit, really? Okay, then I won't be his friend anymore.
Fire him.
It just sounds like a stupid idea that these guys thought of maybe when they're fucking hammered drunk or whatever. Be like, hey man,
yeah, because of the stupidity of it all and how they thought, it was a good cover up in the first place.
Yeah, and then he says we had to add a description to for the wire. Mizuhara said, I think Matt Boyer might have told me just put loan. You had to put something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say.
That's probably the only truthful statement he's put out.
And again,
these guys sound like dumbasses.
It just shows you how stupid these two were. This is like Dumb and Dumber. These two guys.
Yeah. Mizuhara said he told Ohtani he would pay him back. How are you going to pay him back? How are you going to get $4.5 million when you're only making $500,000? Are you going to give him your whole check and then just like live off of Ohtani's leftovers?
Ohtani's paying that debt, baby. He's paying that debt right back to himself, bro.
No, it's so stupid. Yeah, it's so dumb. These guys must think the earth is flat too.
That's how stupid it is.
Look, this is all my fault. Everything I've done, I'm ready to face the consequences. Dude, if this guy was fucking telling the truth, he would still be making interviews now saying, this is my fault. This is me. Now he won't talk to anybody.
Oh, no, of course not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to hear a peep out of that fucker.
Yeah, he'd be trying to shed the light that, it was all his idea. He's trying to, continue to take Ohtani out of the spotlight. But, you don't hear a peep from him. He's,
it would be great. It would be great if this is a distraction for the Dodger team.
Oh, it has to. Oh, it's going to be. Are you kidding me? Until you don't see any articles about it, or until the next big thing happens in Major League Baseball, this is going to be all they're going to be talking about for the first month or two.
This is a scandal. This is the epitome of a scandal that is happening at the beginning of a season. That the Dodgers are favored to win the NL West.
Yeah,
they just opened the bank on this fucking guy. It looked like it made sense, right? I mean, the guy is a phenomenal player. I mean, he's a generational player, honestly. And it is now shit splattered all over the fucking ceiling. The shit hit the fan. It is everywhere. It's dripping off the rim of the hat. And
they're all out of lemon pledge, bro.
All out of it. That's it. Too many stool softeners.
Yeah.
It's not good, dude.
No,
it's not.
It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away until.
Here we go. Ohtani watching the first round of March Madness. Here we go. We go full screen on this guy.
There we go. Get some, baby. Get some.
Oh my god. Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
That's the one.
And that's the thing is that this guy's a fucking liar, dude. He fucking lied. Oh, this is a good one too. This is kind of I might get in trouble for this one, but I love this one. And so this is MLB superstar Shohei Ohtani addresses the media about his alleged gambling addiction.
Anything?
I don't know anything.
What were you doing inside?
Just drinking coffee.
Not gambling?
No, I don't. What? This is a coffee shop. There's no gambling. I don't know anything.
Anything?
I don't know anything.
It's basically what he's saying. Oh, I don't know anything. What are we talking about? This guy needs to get suspended.
Fire.
Just flat out. He needs to get suspended.
Yeah.
He should be suspended. And that way those Dodger players can just focus on the season. And let Ohtani deal with his legal troubles and do his own fucking thing. Oh no!
Shohei Ohtani, when his fall guy gets caught betting for him the day before March Madness starts.
What? Fuck! What the fuck, y'all? God damn!
She's like, what the hell's going on here?
What's going on?
What the hell? Oh, poor lady.
Oh man.
Oh no.
This is gonna it is gonna definitely add some interesting storylines to this season. I'm glad it's with the Dodgers.
Ohtani finding out his interpreter has been gambling with his own money.
Fired.
Wow. I didn't know that. I just you're telling me now for the first time.
You're fired.
I didn't know that. I'm just finding that for the first time.
That's the best.
And let's go to here it is right here. Okay, so here's some more I found on here. Here's the casino.
Oh my god.
That's the best one. Oh jeez.
I've studied the Japanese language for 13 years, and Ohtani said, "We're all looking for this guy that did this."
誰かに送金を依頼したことももちろん全く、ありません。
So I never bet on baseball or any other sports, or never have asked somebody to do that on my behalf.
He's full of shit. I mean, like,
I just faded off though.
Like when Ohtani's talking, like I don't know Japanese. I don't know the inflection. I don't know how he says the words. All I hear is Japanese words that I can't understand. So it's like, it's such a Padres, Giants, Yankees fans staring at Twitter as Dodger fans take a fun lap around after Ohtani's still our noble king. Like, what the fuck? What's this one? Shohei Ohtani addressing the media regarding his gambling allegations. Did you guys know I can still do this? The party ended an hour ago and he's still here. Oh, God. I'm not even going to read that one.
Oh, Lord.
Everyone is saying completely outrageous things about Shohei Ohtani, and the Dodgers only want one thing: for the Dodgers not to be so goddamn good anymore. God, it feels good to be an evil empire.
Oh, shit!
Look! No, you're not looking. It's working. Keep not looking.
Oh God, Tiki. Am I out of the woods?
Here we go.
Holy shit!
It says Shohei Ohtani and his interpreter in the dugout when they have $400,000 on BYU minus 9.5.
Look!
No, you're not looking. It's working. Keep not looking.
Oh God, Tiki. Am I out of the woods?
Here we go.
He's like, keep not looking.
Contemplating life.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, look, there he is.
There it is.
Great friend Pete Rose, and we were talking about the current goings on in baseball right now, and Pete wanted to mention something.
Well, back in the 70s and 80s, I wish I'd have had an interpreter. I'd
there
be
you go.
scot-free.
There you have it from the Hit King. Hey guys, Matt.
You heard that
He's
from the Hit King.
scot-free.
Damn.
That's all he's doing.
He's
just blaming it on the interpreter. Oh no.
Hang up.
Oh
Joy
yes.
team. Ogmog. All tang. Okay, find out. Right now.
It says applying for Ohtani's vacant interpreter position.
Oh, good movie.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Oh,
my
he
God.
paid
Me
Shohei on the pad after taking the LA Angels under wins last 7 years. They're like, yeah. Just raking in the money.
Money machine.
Not through gambling.
So Shohei, is it true you illegally placed a bet for $4 million? Shohei Ohtani trying to distract. It's not even going to play. This is that thing where he goes, watch this. Watch this. This is a good one too. Ohtani's becoming a walking meme. Ohtani bets.
No.
Ohtani
Oh,
bets.
dude. Oh, I gotta use that all season.
Oh, that is the best.
Geez.
You know what? I will tell you a funny story. So when I was in Scottsdale, there was two Dodger fans just kind of to my right, and a husband and wife, I'm assuming, and the husband had in one of those a jersey from Ohtani, and two foul balls came right in his direction. Everybody was trying to grab the ball from the guy, and no one wanted him to get the ball. And I started yelling, "I'm all, how much you want for the ball?" Oh, God.
He's like, wire transfer me the money. Me promising Shohei Ohtani. Me promising that Ohtani, my gambling debts won't exceed $4 million if he hires me as his interpreter.
Happiest people on earth.
Oh my God. There's another one. What's this? Sounds like Ohtani should be getting a lifetime ban of gambling. Either way, this meme says it all. Pick him off the tour, Doug.
Shoot up.
Oh my God.
And me getting ready for Ohtani memes all over my timeline. It just oh god damn it.
Ohtani bets, that is the best combo.
It's gonna be all season long, bro.
Oh boy.
Me liking all the Ohtani and eat bacon conspiracy theories.
Oh, jeez.
So he's in a world of shit, and I think that he needs to go down. And the funny thing about Pete Rose watching Ohtani get away with gambling on the Dodgers, this is funny.
You can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed? But you can't.
All true.
So the crazy thing about this though is that, hey guys, we have 34 watching right now. Make sure you follow me on X and you subscribe and like the channel. What's funny is that you had the Giants who nearly signed Carlos Correa and then said, wait a minute, he has a degenerative ankle injury. No, we don't want to sign you, buddy. Get out of here. They went all in on Shohei Ohtani. Now he's in the middle of this gambling fucking operation. They dodged 2 major fucking bullets that we were all like, dude, get this guy. And it turns out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
These were huge fucking bullets that they dodged. It's crazy to think about, man.
And the Dodgers didn't dodge it.
No, I know. They went all in.
It's true. They went all in.
They went all in, man.
Absolutely.
Can you believe that shit?
Oh yeah.
This is what they have. This is what they have, an investigation even prior to the season starting.
They are
good luck. Good luck to them getting out of those, getting through this distraction, this major distraction.
Oh, no good luck at all.
So.
Oh no. I hope
Look at this. Ohtani watching Yamamoto get rocked, but remembering he took the Padres. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Silver lining.
It ain't so bad. It's so bad.
Hey, that was Alonzo Mourning, huh?
Yeah, Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah.
He almost died, or did he die? No, he didn't die.
I don't know if he died.
He's still kicking.
He was fun to watch. I think he got fucking dunked on really hard by somebody. I forgot.
Yeah, he was one of those like devastating posters.
Yeah, he was a poster guy.
Yeah, definitely. Like back in the day before they called them posters.
Look at this one. Baseball's Tokyo Rose.
Oh
my God. I just don't see how you can tell a story and then come back and say, hey, that story was fake. This is the real story. It's like,
well, I'm not surprised. I mean, we see it all the time. We see it all the time, and it's the nature of the beast. People think that, well, let's not talk about it. The fans will forget about it. They'll move on and we'll just do our thing. Well, I hope,
move on.
I hope there's justice on this one, boys.
Yeah, there has
to be. And Yamamoto, the other pitcher who got signed for a fat contract by the Dodgers, he got lit up in the first game. That was
5
great.
runs in the first and didn't even get out of the first.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll still be good, but like if that continues the whole season, oh my God, that's another bullet Giants dodged.
I'm hoping for just a complete implosion. So
absolutely,
we'll see what happens his next start. Hopefully, he gets rocked again, and then people might start talking.
This is kind of fucked up. Look at this. Ohtani's interpreter be like, money me, money now, me a money, needing a lot now.
Dr. Seuss.
I don't know. It's all bad. I think he's in a bad spot, and I hope they fucking roast him. I really do.
Well, I hope there's transparency with this one. I think as baseball fans, you want to see it.
You do. Guys, I want to thank everyone who came out today. I want to thank Daniel. I want to thank Dre. I want to thank all 35 that are watching right now. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on X for more content. You can also follow me on Instagram at Dre Area Sports, or follow me at Nicotina_show on Instagram. If you follow Dre Area Sports, you'll get more updates on sports shit that I post on Instagram. And I'm trying to work on getting Instagram Live working on this, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. But Daniel, Dre, you guys, again, thank you for coming on here. This was great.
Appreciate you, big dog. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, go Giants, man.
Always.
Go Giants. The Giants will be going live.
Started.
Oh, God, that was way too low. The Giants will be live tomorrow at 1:08 or 1:05, 1:10 against the San Diego Padres. I will be live again tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Well, I'll be talking about the Giants again with my good friend, former Cron associate Drew Forder, and that'll be the last time we go live going into the Giants broadcast. And then from there, I don't know. I might do a Giants wrap after the game is over. We'll see how that goes. But guys, thank you for coming out here. Everyone who's watching at home, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Fuck Shohei Ohtani.
Go Giants.
All right, peace.